Let's talk about mower safety, lawnmower safety in particular. This is really kind of exciting because you have no idea how many people are actually hurt because they don't know what the heck they're doing on a lawnmower. First and foremost, understand that there are some 70,000 injuries due to lawnmowers each year. 20,000 of them, more than 20,000 people, including small children, are injured annually with riding lawnmowers. So we have not only the riding ones, and we have the push ones on top of that. 70,000 people. Can you count that high? That's huge. All right, what do we got to do? Let's talk about some of the things that maybe we don't even think about. First off, I want you to know that you got to be able to have the mental ability to do this. you got to have your scruples. It's really just that simple. What you want to do is make sure that you understand the manual to which the piece of machinery that you're working with. That is so important to know what it is that you are doing with this thing. Become extremely familiar. Where are the knobs? Where's the kill switch? Where's the spark plug? How do you start it? You want to follow all of those manufacturer's directions. And when you do this and you understand all this, you'll end up becoming more informed about what the manufacturer wants you to do in an emergency-like situation. So kind of keep that in mind, okay? Know what you're doing. You got to have it up here. You just can't figure, I know how it works. I'm going to go out there and do that. The next thing you want to do is you want to be able to make sure you have the physical ability to do so. Now, that means that are you able to reach and operate all the controls? You know, a lot of times we think it's really cute to give a 5-year-old a lawnmower. Well, I got to tell you something here, folks. They may not have the strength to push a lawnmower. They may not be able to reach the handles. They may not be able to hold the controls right. You know what's really cool about a lot of lawnmowers nowadays? They actually have these safety control levers, or if you're from a different part of the country, they call them levers. And these levers are actually designed to where you have to pull. It's like a clutch system. You pull it like this, and you have to hold it to the handle itself. Do not put duct tape around there. Do not at all take and put a wire around there, baling wire, whatever it is, to hold it shut. It's there for a reason. Inconvenience? Yeah, you bet it's an inconvenience. But it's a good inconvenience because 70,000 people get munched every year on this kind of stuff. They get hurt to one way or another. So that physical ability, make sure you're eating your spinach and you're doing those kind of things so that you know that you can actually go through and handle the machinery properly. Now, it doesn't just stop right there. You got to dress accordingly. You got to dress for safety. Now, I got to tell you, I'm not going to because it's kind of gross. I can show you actually on my legs where I have gotten nailed by rocks, by different debris coming out of lawnmowers, being thrown from weed eaters, from hedge trimmers, slamming down onto my leg, things like that. And I was always never ever wore shorts. Never ever wear short pants. Always wear long pants. Jeans preferably. The thicker the material, the better. As a matter of fact, there's an item, and you see cowboys wearing them. You know, go watch a movie. See cowboys, and they go on top of your pants, and they're called chaps. Chaps. There are companies that are making chaps now. They're not leather. They're not leather ones. They're just canvas style. Really good durable stuff. I've used them before, and you use those. That's going to protect your legs. You want to make sure that you have your boots on. Make sure that they're covering your ankles, because that's going to give you support as you're pushing the lawnmowers. Make sure that you got socks on underneath that. Long sleeve shirt. I cannot tell you how important it is to wear a long sleeve shirt. I don't care whether you're pruning or pushing a lawnmower, because debris will come and it'll nail you. That's the end of it, folks. You're hurting after that. Then what you end up having to do is wear gloves. Now, I'm not a big fan of gauntlet gloves. Gauntlets are the ones that you take and they kind of flare out at the wrist. Don't don't try to get those, because if you're going to be using these kind of gloves for gardening, you want to make sure that your long sleeve shirt actually goes over that gauntlet part or over the cuff. That's why a cuff one would be better for you, because things can get caught inside that gauntlet and literally rip off your hand. So it's a very nasty, horrible kind of thing when you really think about it here. So anyway, so you got the hands covered up. Then the next thing you want to do is you always want to wear those goggles. Always wear goggles, safety glasses, things flying inside your eyeballs. If you wear glasses, put the goggles that go over. If you don't wear glasses, you can wear the glasses kind of goggles. Those are good. If you have any kind of allergies, not a bad idea to put a face mask on. And then lastly, well, actually, there's two things. Wear a hat. Yeah, wear a hat. You'll be pushing a lawnmower, you'll be riding a lawnmower, and before you know it, bam, you get smacked in the head. All right? Chances are you're going to have to use your noggin one of these days. Here is an example of when you got to use it so that you don't get hit. So protect your head. Now, there's a reason for a lot of all this as well. While you're out there and you're doing all of this, while you have this on the sleeves and all that, it's also to protect you from the sun. So get yourself some suntan lotion that has a high, what is that called? PS something or other. You know what I'm talking about, the real high numbers on there. You smother it on yourself, wherever exposed skin. Now you're pretty much dressed to kill, and not yourself. You have to get the lawn. The next thing you want to do is you need to look at the area before you start working. Just look around. Is the hose out of the way? Are toys out of the way? Are any kind of obstacles out of the way? And another thing, are the children out of the way? Get the kids out of there. It's not cute while you're working over there. And remember I mentioned about how things fly underneath that lawnmower? Yeah, they'll fly, they smack it, they go, boom! Not a good thing whatsoever. So be certain that the kids are out of the way. It's really just that simple. Then what you're going to end up doing is, once you've surveyed the area and you know that everything is ready to rock and roll and it's clear, nobody's there, blah, 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 tell you what's going to happen. You are ready to do things with your lawnmower. Now, what we're going to do, this is the first part. There's another part that's going to be coming up, all about working with the lawnmower, from handling gasoline to a whole lot more.